News at 10. I am Ofonono Joseph, coming to you live from Uyo. Let's take a look at the headlines. NLC demands updates from unions on unpaid wage award. JAMB to release UTME research results for 379,000 candidates Wednesday. Plus, Trump says Russia and Ukraine will immediately start negotiating towards ceasefire and an end to war. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. First in the news this morning is that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, has called on judges of lower courts to uphold their integrity and maintain the highest standards of ethics and professionalism in the discharge of their duties. Speaking in Abuja at the induction of newly appointed magistrates and judges of Sharia, area and customary courts, the CJN, represented by Justice Chidiebere Owa, emphasized that judicial independence is not only a constitutional requirement but also the foundation of public trust in the justice system. Justice Kekereekun encouraged the newly inducted judicial officers to seek guidance from their more experienced colleagues while stressing that final decisions must always reflect their own independent judgment. She further underscored the importance of timely and professional dispensation of justice, noting that delays continue to undermine the effective administration of justice. In the meantime, a federal high court sitting in Lagos has fixed July 10 for ruling on a no-case submission filed by the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, in his trial over money laundering and fraud allegations. The presiding judge, Chukwujeku Aneke, reserved ruling after hearing arguments from counsel in the case yesterday. It will be recalled that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, rearraigned Fayose and his company on an 11-count charge of money laundering to the tune of 6.9 billion naira allegedly committed when he was the governor. The anti-graft agency on October 18, 2018, preferred the 11-count charge against Fayose and his company, stating that Musiliu Obanikoro, the former Minister of State for Defense, allegedly withdrew and delivered about 2.2 billion naira from a company, Sylvan McNamara, that failed to carry out jobs approved by the then National Security Advisor, NSA, Sambo Dasuki. Counsel to the governor, counsel to the former governor, Kanu Agabi, while making a no-case submission, argued that the prosecution failed to establish a prima facie case against Fayose. The counsel argued that Abiodun Agbele, who allegedly played a central role in the transactions, was not charged alongside Fayose, weakening the EFCC's case. On labor matters, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has written to the leadership of all public sector unions, demanding more information on steps taken to secure payment of the minimum wage arrears earlier approved by the federal government. The letter, signed by the NLC President Joe Ajero, urged the leadership of all public sector unions to update the national body on steps they have taken, responses received, and any progress made in that regard. He urged them to kindly make the information available to the National Secretariat of Congress on or before the last day of May in order to guide their actions towards a swift resolution. Reports say the wage award is part of a temporary cushion negotiated with labor unions in 2023, aimed at easing the economic burden on workers during the government's ongoing economic reforms. At the time, labor unions had threatened nationwide strikes if their demands for improved compensation and cost of living adjustments were not met. While 5 months of the wage award were previously paid in staggered phases, federal workers had voiced concerns about the delay in completing the remaining tranches. In education, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has announced it will release the results of 379,000 candidates who sat for the rescheduled Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME on Wednesday. The resit was conducted between Friday and Monday following widespread complaints of technical and human errors during the initial UTME, which significantly impacted candidates' performance, especially in Lagos and the Southeast. JAMB said the glitches necessitated rescheduling the exam, acknowledging lapses in its system. Recall that out of the 1.9 million candidates who took the original UTME, more than 1.5 million scored below 200 marks out of a possible 400, fueling concerns over the fairness and credibility of the exam. Speaking to journalists, JAMB spokesperson Dr. Fabian Benjamin confirmed the resit results would be released on Wednesday. Back here, a landmark moment unfolded in Uyo as the Phoenix Women Leadership and Development Initiative, a mentorship platform to train young girls in Akwa Ibom, has officially been launched in the state. The groundbreaking event marks the beginning of a bold new era of mentorship and leadership development for young girls in Akwa Ibom State. The unveiling also featured the unburdening of the initiative's first cohort, young girls selected to embark on a transformative journey guided by accomplished women leaders across various fields. Our correspondent, Emedion James, completes the report.
The 2025 South-South Peace Conference, organized by United Nations ECOSOC Peace and Positive Living Awareness Center, PEPLAC, brought together a diverse assembly of stakeholders, including government officials, civil society organizations, international and zonal peace advocates, as well as newly inducted ambassadors for peace. In his welcome address, the South-South Zonal Coordinator, Ambassador Kufre Jeffat, noted that the South-South region inaugural and World Peace Day celebration of UN PEPLAC served as a platform to rediscover a true solidarity against all forms of conflicts. He highlighted some programs carried out by UN PEPLAC South-South Zone to include scholarships, medical assistance, and water projects to remote communities, among other projects.
This South-South region inaugural and World Peace Day celebration of UN PEPLAC serves as a platform to rediscover a true solidarity against all forms of conflicts and oppressed people. The essence of today's event extends beyond some activities for peace resolutions, but it is a broader impact of significant fostering of South communities, Nigeria and the world at large, into a coexistence innovation for true peace. In my opinion, the time is now right to reflect on the number of questions and answers towards promoting peace, and that will have promoted coexisting peace in our contemporary society.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the occasion, Ambassador Sunday Sampson, said UN PEPLAC plays vital role in promoting peace, security, development, and positive living among people worldwide. He encouraged the public to seek peaceful coexistence and harmonious living in a world where there are insurgency, war, criminality, and general insecurity. Also, the keynote speaker, Dr. Peter Ikwere, while stressing on the theme, cultivating a culture of peace, fostering peaceful coexistence, the imperatives in our contemporary society, emphasized that in promoting peace, the world must prioritize education, health, housing, job creation and security, and adequate care for the elderly. He added that there must be government policies to tame impunity and rascality in the society.
And concerned with the promotion and development of social, economic, and cultural awareness, dedication to
What do you say?
I was telling you that the visual is a wrong visual for the news story I just
visual
read.
is a wrong visual. I think she told me that.
Number 6, she read. You can't play number
I'm
six.
coming back to you.
What do I now say?
Number 6, apologize.
This is the visual. This is the correct one now.
Because this one has to play visual.
This initiative was inspired by Ekaite Umor, founder and initiator of the Phoenix Women Initiative. In her opening remarks, she described the program as a bridge between generations, dreams, and reality.
And yes, went through a rigorous process to get here. Quite a number of people showed interest in the program, but it had to be done in such a way that only those for that position were taken there. Our partners, friends, members of the press, thank you for coming. Today is no ordinary day. It is a defining moment. The official introduction of the Phoenix Women Leadership and Development Initiative. And also, we are onboarding our cohort 1 of mentees. These events are part of the launch, and not just part of the launch of this project. They signify the rise of a powerful movement. A movement of women helping women soar. A movement of rekindled fire, intentional mentorship, and catalytic transformation. A movement that says, we see you, we believe in you, and we will work with you. You've just seen a glimpse of the phenomenal women behind this initiative in that video. We are bound together not just by bloodlines and marriages to our Akwa Ibom indigenes or by our Akwa Ibom state, but by a shared commitment to raise the next generation of grounded, visionary, and impactful women that has Akwa Ibom attached to their names. We are here because we believe something simple yet revolutionary is going to happen. When one woman rises, she does not rise alone. She lifts others with her. That's what we are. Inside every young woman in Akwa Ibom lies a dream waiting to be unlocked, a voice longing to be heard. And the mentors sensed that. That's why they bought into this idea. A spark ready to light up her world and beyond. And what makes that possible? Mentorship. Mentorship is not a luxury, it is a lifeline. It is a bridge between potential and purpose.
Keynote speaker encouraged the mentees present to embrace courage, face your fears, and understand that failure is simply a stepping stone towards greatness.
Sincere apologies for that visual mix-up. In the meantime, United Nations ECOSOC Peace and Positive Living Awareness Center, PEPOLAC, hosted the 2025 South-South Peace Conference and inaugural ceremony in celebration of World Peace Day. The event themed Cultivating a Culture of Peace Fostering Peaceful Coexistence, the Imperatives in Our Contemporary Society, was held in Uyo, the capital of Akwa Ibom State. Our correspondent, Esther Otoyo, who was at the event, completes the story.
Peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of our news stories. On our business news, the Association of 25 million. Still in business, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has said that the Naira for crude deal allowed it to reduce the price of petrol, which translates to reduced cost at the pumps. This is even as the company affirmed that the prices of petrol will remain affordable and stable. The company, in a release signed its Group Chief Branding and Communications Officer, Anthony Shejina, said the decision to maintain price stability reflects its unwavering commitment to supporting the Nigerian economy and alleviating the burden on consumers from the increase in fuel prices by maintaining price stability. Dangote added that the decision to maintain price stability despite crude price fluctuations underscores its dedication to providing affordable, reliable, and high-quality petroleum products without compromising operational efficiency and sustainability. The company therefore assures all stakeholders, consumers, partners, and the government of its continuous dedication to operational excellence and national service. In health, medical experts have decried the growing shortage of practical facilities across many universities, saying the development is impacting the quality of training for medical laboratory science students in Nigeria. They express worry that medical laboratory science, a field that relies heavily on practical skills, is being taught in overcrowded classrooms without sufficient access to essential equipment and laboratory space. They further warned that unless universities reduce admission numbers and invest in laboratory infrastructure, the competence of future medical lab scientists could be severely compromised. The chairman, Board of Fellows, Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria, Bona Nemadim, lamented that the unchecked admission of students in the program was compromising the standard of training and professional readiness of graduates. Now to sports, where Premier League champions Liverpool twice let a lead slip as Brighton fought back in style to gain a victory that boosts their slim hopes of securing European football next season. The Reds led 1-0 and then 2-1 at half-time before the Seagulls recovered well to move 8th in the table, 3 points above Brentford. In an entertaining match at Amex Stadium, Liverpool took a 9th-minute lead through Harvey Elliott, following good work from Conor Bradley, before Yasin Ayari equalized with a low strike. But Dominic Zoboleslai restored the Reds' advantage in fortunate fashion. The Seagulls traveled to Tottenham on Sunday's final day of the season, and the team that finishes 8th may qualify for the UEFA Conference League. However, for that to happen, Chelsea would need to beat Real Betis in the 2025 final on Wednesday, 28 May, and then finish 7th in the Premier League or 6th. Still in sports, outgoing Arsenal midfielder Jorginho will play in the FIFA World Cup as Flamengo player. According to football transfer experts Fabrizio Romano, this is coming after the Italian midfielder received the green light from Arsenal. Jorginho will sign a 3-year contract with Flamengo that will see him remain at the club until 2028. He will join the Brazilian club as a free agent from the Gunners at the end of the season. On our entertainment news, Nollywood actress Jumoke George has reunited with her long-lost daughter Adeola after being trafficked to Mali and separated from her family for 4 years. The news of her return comes weeks after Jumoke George went public with her heartbreak, revealing in a tearful interview that she hadn't seen or heard from her daughter in years. Adeola was received back in Nigeria by actress and producer Biola Adebayo, who had been instrumental in bringing public attention to the story, as well as fellow actor Nii Johnson. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 10. I am Ofonono Joseph. Do enjoy the rest of your day.